So just take a moment now, wherever you are, to begin settling your body into a position that feels safe, supported, and easy to relax into, allowing your awareness to slowly drift away from the external world and begin turning inward toward the quiet space within you that is always waiting, ready to guide, ready to receive. And as you settle in more deeply with each breath, perhaps you can start to notice the subtle sensations of your body becoming heavier, calmer, and softer, as if gravity itself is gently encouraging you to sink further into yourself, and everything around you can start to feel a little more distant, a little less important, like background noise that fades as your inner experience becomes more vivid and clear. With each slow, smooth inhale and exhale, I want you to begin imagining that there's a space, a quiet, warm, welcoming space inside your mind, where all the old beliefs, expectations, and rigid rules about love and age begin to loosen their grip, as if they've been written in sand and a gentle tide is now washing over them, blurring the lines and erasing the constraints. Because at some point in your life, maybe without you even realizing it, you were taught to associate attraction with numbers, to believe that age somehow dictates who you're allowed to love, desire, or be desired by. And maybe that message came from family or media, or even your own past pain. But wherever it came from, it's not permanent, and it's not absolute. And it certainly doesn't define your truth unless you allow it to. So I want you to imagine now that you're walking through a long hallway filled with mirrors. Tall, narrow, distorted mirrors. And as you pass by each one, you catch a glimpse of a belief you've carried about age. One mirror reflects the idea that you're too young to be taken seriously. Another reflects the belief that you're too old to be desired. And another one shows the fear that love has an expiration date stamped on the side of it, like spoiled milk. And maybe in this moment, you begin to realize that all those mirrors were never accurate reflections of who you truly are, but rather projections of what someone else feared, misunderstood, or imposed. And you don't have to carry those distortions any longer, because you're not made of glass. You're not made of time. You're made of desire, experience, imagination, and depth. So as you walk further down that hallway in your mind, maybe you begin to feel lighter, more open, and more willing to step into a version of yourself that no longer checks birth dates before giving or receiving love. A version of you that recognizes age as a number, not a limitation, a data point, not a prison sentence, and that your right to feel sexual, to feel desirable, to feel alive in someone else's gaze doesn't decrease with time. It intensifies with presence. Now allow yourself to remember a time, or even imagine a time, if one doesn't come to mind, when you felt deeply, undeniably attracted to someone. Not because of their age, not because they were appropriate or expected, but because of the way they made you feel in your body, the way your stomach fluttered, the way your breath caught in your throat, the way your skin lit up with that charged, delicious recognition of connection. And just as you felt drawn to them, know that there are others, many others, who will feel that same magnetic pull towards you. Not because of how old or young you are, but because of who you are when you're unfiltered, unashamed, and truly embodied in your full sexual, emotional, and relational power. Because love, desire, and connection are not confined by birth certificates or social expectations. They are timeless, primal forces that exist far beyond the narrow beliefs you might have been taught. And now is the moment where those old beliefs can begin to dissolve, not through force, not through resistance, but through gentle recognition and release. So as you listen to my voice and feel your body resting deeper into this expanding space of acceptance and possibility, I want you to say these words to yourself, in your mind or out loud, in a voice that feels grounded, truthful, and resonant with your deeper self. Age is not my identity. It is not my limitation. My ability to love, to feel, to fuck, to be wanted, to connect, to inspire, and to touch others deeply transcends age. And as you say those words, slowly, deliberately, with full permission to believe them, you may notice that something inside you is already changing, perhaps a loosening in the chest, a softening in the belly, a tingling in the fingertips. Because your body already knows what freedom feels like. And it has simply been waiting for your mind to catch up. And as you begin to return now, gently, slowly, carrying this new truth with you, like a secret talisman in your pocket, you'll begin to notice in the coming days that your attraction no longer feels boxed in, that the world around you seems a little more playful, a little more open, a little more alive, because you allowed yourself to be free of the belief that age defines who you're allowed to be or want. And now, when you meet eyes with someone, no matter how old or young, they'll feel something different in you because you finally let that old voice go.